step in, we're going to do this like a little bit more formally now, which I should have been doing from the beginning actually. So that is an amazing proposal. I need somebody to second that. Thank you. All right. Now, do you want to speak any more about that?
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Another version of that is that like community gardens are great, but it relies on voluntary labour, and that if there were livelihoods that earn funds as a legitimate career option for them who care about the planet, then
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. Okay, we will now vote. So this is how we would normally do things. Proposal, seconder, coming back to you, and then we will vote on composting in our community gardens. So are we ready? Okay. Tahi rua toru vote!
awesome.
It is a sea of green. Carried. Fantastic. Okay, that stays up there. That is amazing. Any other amendments? I did see yes.
Not just
Okay. Yeah. Free. Okay. Well-functioning public free transport. Excellent. That's your proposal. Excellent. I need a seconder, please. Excellent. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to that?
I don't think there's
No. Really like the free. Okay, we're ready to vote. Okay. Tahi roa toru vote. Okay. Interesting. That is carried. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Yes.
Coastal cities across the world are affected because of rising sea levels caused by climate change. The Indonesian capital of Jakarta is home to 10 million people, but it is also one of the fastest sinking cities in the world. If this goes unchecked, parts of the megacity could be entirely submerged by 2050, say researchers. In the last 10 years, North Jakarta has sunk 2.5 meters and is continuing to sink by as much as 25 centimeters, which is more than double the global average for coastal megacities. The speed at which Jakarta is sinking is alarming experts who believe that not enough is being done to stop the subsidence.
Okay. Look, I do see some hands over here, and I'm really sorry. I'm just realising that we are running out of time tonight. But there is another council meeting tomorrow night. Should you be available? Okay. So we are now going to decide on everything. So we're going to vote on everything that's on the board for a well-functioning urban form. Let's just articulate this. So we have gays, 3 exclamation marks, inclusive and safe for all. Drinking fountains every 200 metres and also seats for 80s plus every 200 metres. A sense of community and shared public spaces and playgrounds for children, but also adults. Safe, fully formed bike paths, well-functioning public transport, free. Okay. Excellent. Toilets with an app or at least some way to know where the toilets are regularly, spaced out. A variety of uses for amenities, convenience businesses, rubbish and recycling bins everywhere. Community gardens with composting. A walking distance of 5 minutes, more lighting in dark areas. Okay, we now get to vote on the everything that is on the board. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Tahi roa toru vote! Oh,
Look at that.
oh, jeez. This is great. We're going to work really harmoniously for the next year. This is amazing. Okay, so that means I get to announce that the meeting ends at 7:29 p.m. Thank you all. So Jane Jacobs, she said that it's wicked to be a victim and that we are all complicit in what happens to us, whether we act or not. My question to you is, isn't it better to act? We have 5 possible outcomes for, this is a forecast for 2050.
It's real.
Yeah. So some of these are quite exciting. One of them is a little terrifying. What would today's outcome lead to?
Kia ora, good evening. The news at 8 p.m. 30 years following Auckland Council's controversial decision in 2021 to master plan the city, it has won the world's most livable city award. The strategy to build a greater diversity of housing with more communal buildings, apartment living, Papakainga and Pacifica multi-generational housing has meant walkable neighbourhoods away from the lapping sea. Auckland's population has risen to 3.5 million, forecast to be one of the few countries to offer a pleasant climate despite climate change. City leaders saw a strategic opportunity to build economic wealth by actively trying to attract immigrant talent to help it face the challenges ahead without leaving its own people behind. Do immigrants get things done? You might say so. NZ's productivity has risen again, fueled by migrant entrepreneurship and local startups. It is being touted as the new LA. There was a minute's silence in the House as the Prime Minister announced a national day of mourning as scientists confirm that Vanuatu is now entirely underwater. A new Members' Bill to increase mandatory language learning to at least 2 languages has come out of the biscuit tin. The Mayor of Auckland says he supports the bill. With people from 269 different racial groups living in the city, the more languages we can speak, the better. The Pacific lives on here, he says.
Okay, thank you all for coming, new board members. Thank you also to our deputies for raising your voice and for answering our questions. As promised, we will take your recommendations to council.
For real.
Yeah.
So just take those pieces of paper and collect them at the floor.
Now, if you are interested in coming to a real council meeting, they happen weekly at the Auckland Town Hall. They're free and open to the public to